Hey everybody, I hope you're having an awesome day. So, I just want to check in with all of you and see how your book writing is going. A lot of you have many ideas and a lot of desire to write and publish your book, but can't quite get it done. And so I want to talk about some of the basics of getting your book started and finished. And I go over a lot of this in my mini course called Get Your Book Out of Your Head into Reality, as well as my upcoming group coaching program called 6 Months from Book Idea to Final Chapter. So, the first thing when I'm working with a client, whether it's one on one or in a group or in a workshop, is ask them which idea that you have is the most important to you. I'll give you an example. Some people really want to write a business book and a novel and a poetry book and a book about surviving a trauma. And all of those books are perfectly legit and they definitely need to get out in the world. But I find that when people are trying to write more than one book at a time, that they never get anything done. So I generally just ask them, what do you want to most be known for in the world? And there's no right or wrong answer. I think it's just important to know, what do you want most be known for in the world. So if you're a business coach and you really want to be known as the business coach, say for women who are changing their careers after the age of 40, that's just an example from a client of mine, then you want to focus on that business book. If you really just have a heart's desire to get your poetry book or your novel out there, then that's what you want to do. So the first thing is to make a decision. Now, some people also come to me and they say, well, Stephanie, I don't have any ideas. And after talking to them for a few minutes, I find out that's generally not true. It's a mindset thing. They think that their ideas have to be, something that's going to win a Pulitzer Prize. They think it needs to be like War and Peace or Eat, Pray, Love or like Anne Sexton poetry from, I think it was the 70s. They think it has to be the greatest thing ever written to be worthy of getting out there in the world. Again, that's a mindset thing. That's something that's just not true. So it's just important to sit there and think about, okay, what's important to me if you think you don't have a book idea. And I've never spoken to anyone. I've spoken to hundreds, maybe even over 1,000 over the last 24 years. Nobody has something that's not important to them. If animal rescue is important to you, you could write a book to bring awareness to animal rescue or stories, sad and happy, of your experiences in animal rescue. If art is important to you, you could, have a coloring book made. That's becoming pretty popular. Or a book of photos with some explanation from one of your travels. So everybody has many book ideas in them. So it's just a matter of finding that and settling on it. So you're like, okay, Stephanie, I've picked an idea. Now what do I do? How do I start writing? Well, some of the tips I can give you that you could apply today are schedule it. Schedule your writing time. I mentioned this in my free ebook. You can go to my link tree for that. And you need to schedule that writing time, because if you don't schedule that writing time, it's not going to get done. And you don't have to schedule hours and hours. You could schedule 25 minutes at a time and get that writing done. And another thing people ask me is, well, how do I pick the title of the book? So picking the title of a book is an individual process, and some people settle on it very quickly. Some people, when they're coaching with me, ask me to pick the title for them, but it needs to be something memorable. Eat, Pray, Love is a pretty memorable title. Just for the record, I didn't have anything to do with making that book, unfortunately, but I think it's a good example for a lot of things. Another title that a client of mine used was Blessings of My Storms. And that was a memoir, so that was a good title. Another title that I really like is called The 4-Hour Work Week. And then there's a subtitle about quit your 9 to 5 job. I don't remember the whole thing. But usually a short title and a subtitle seems to be popular right now. And it needs to promise your reader something. Like, what are they going to get from reading your book? So those are just some tips for the title. So what I've been talking about is, for those who are just coming on, you need a book idea, which you can settle on by either thinking about what really matters to you or what you want to most be known for in the world. You also need to make sure you have a writing schedule, otherwise, that writing may never get done. And you need to basically work on a title. So these things are simple, but they're not always easy. So if you're stuck, hung up, need help and support, I do have a group coaching program coming up called 6 Months from Book Idea to Final Chapter. And during that program, which is actually pretty affordable for the help you get, you'll get a combination of group support and one-on-one coaching with me. So if you're interested, and you're watching this on Instagram or Twitter, you can check out my link tree. If you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, another site, I'll put a link to a discovery session in the comments. And I hope that you have an awesome day and just get started. Have a great day.